Hello, this is Julius from Basic Financials. I'm going to do a quick video today about gas and electric. You probably, this is December 2021, so we've just had huge price increases, and most people are probably either on a fixed rate that they've had for a while for their gas and electric, or they've come off and they've gone on to the standard variable rate, which is capped at the moment. And that cap, I think, is due to go up in April, but depends obviously what happens in the market. It probably will go up. Now, if you haven't been watching Martin Lewis, which I recommend that you do on this subject particularly, then you'll know that he's saying just don't do anything. Don't try and switch. Don't try and go onto a fixed price deal, because there's nothing really, he says, meaningfully cheaper out there at the moment. Now, that's not really what I want to talk about. It's more basic than that. If you know what's going on, it might sound simple, but sometimes it's easy to get caught out. It's how you actually pay for your electric. If most people will be paying a regular monthly direct debit, one of the reasons for that is it's cheaper. A little bit cheaper to do it that way, because you get discounts for paying by direct debit. And now what they normally do is try and get you to pay the same amount every month. So what's really important to know is that what they've told you to pay each month isn't necessarily going to be accurate. It's just been an estimate of what you've paid previously. Some companies will increase it because they think that because of the prices have gone up. Some have been doing that recently. They're saying prices are going to go up, therefore we'll like to increase your direct debit. But it's important to know that is a pure estimate, and it's very possible that your direct debits aren't enough to be paying what you're due. So there's sort of three factors really. You've got the estimate of what your usage is, which may or may not be right. Then you've got how much they say to pay based on the estimate, which should be 1/12 of that estimate for the year. But then you've got the fact that, first of all, the prices might have changed, and secondly, the fact that the direct debit that they've told you to pay isn't enough to pay what you should be paying. In some circumstances in the past, it's been too much and you've ended up with a big credit on there. But it's most likely at the moment that it's going to be under. So it's just to remember that what you're paying doesn't just because you're paying it and everyone seems to be happy, doesn't necessarily mean that it's enough. And it's very possible that you might find that you haven't been paying enough, and when they actually raise a bill based on actual usage, then you might find that you've got a larger bill to pay. So the best thing to do is to try and work out yourself. It's not that difficult. You should have details of your tariff. I know it looks a bit complicated, but basically you normally have like a daily charge and a charge per unit. And if you just take a reading every month, again, it's a little bit of a pain, but you'll be in control if you do. So take a reading every month, record it, find out the units. You can normally convert those units into kilowatt hours, and then work out what your price should be, and then you'll know how much your usage is. There's another reason for doing that is some companies might be trying to entice you to move on to fixed rate deals, which aren't actually good, because they're estimating. They say to you, well, we estimate based on your usage that your fixed rate bill would be this. At the moment you're paying this, and the fixed rate looks better, but it's probably not, because they may well be underestimating your usage. Well, I've had that happen to me. I've seen it by quite a big amount. They said it was something, I think it was like £1,400 for the year they estimated, whereas really I think it should be more like 1,800. So if I'd have just read the thing and said, oh yeah, well that looks better, I'd have changed to a fixed rate deal and then found that actually I was £400 worse off. So that can happen. So if you know what your usage is, then you're in control. You know your usage, know your prices, and keep a tab on it. Obviously in the summer it'll go down, in the winter it'll go up, but then you'll know you can keep a rolling annual total, and then you'll see that it roughly stays around the same. You can tell that's the best way of monitoring it. Smart meters, yeah, okay, they might help the energy companies, but they don't really help you to control your electric, because I mean, presumably you're not wasting it anyway. So the best thing to do is just to keep your own record. Then you'll know, and not so really that you try and save on electric by not putting your kettle on and not putting your tumble dryer on, because if you need to put that on, you need to put it on. Your washing machine, just don't waste it, and know what you're going to be charged. So it's basically to put you in control, so you're measuring it and managing it. Anyway, hope that helps, and I'll see you again for another video soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please, and leave any comments if you've got any. I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.